I'm gonna let you get to the podcast. I am. But let me just pop in here for a second to let you know that for season 2, yes, this is season 2 of 40 something and nothing. We are now on YouTube. We have today's episode in video format. So if you want to check out the video, the link to the video is in the description box below. However, if you feel like you just want to hang out here for the audio, that's cool too. If you want to do both, that's cool too. If you want to subscribe, that would be amazing. Either way, I'm here. We are here. It's season 2. So we have double the options now, video and audio. Check it out. Let me know. Back to the actual podcast coming up right now. Yeah, can you tell I'm excited? I'm excited. Okay, bye. Girl, girl, it is season 2. We are in season 2 of 40 something and nothing. If you have no idea what 40 something and nothing is, it is a beautiful podcast that I am the host of. I am Elisha Maria Gray, and I am the host of 40 something and nothing. It is basically a podcast where we discuss life in our 40s and what that looks like for us, because it looks different for each and every one of us, and how sometimes for some of us, including myself, it can be a bit of a struggle. It can be tough. It can be challenging. And sometimes I feel absolutely like being in my 40s is the teenager of the age groups. Like, I'm no longer 20 and 30, and I'm not yet 50. And I just feel like 40 is just in the middle, just stuck in the middle, just trying to figure it out, trying to figure out life. And I am so excited that this is season 2. If you haven't listened to season 1, I highly recommend that you do that. You can find us on Apple Podcasts. But yeah, this is season 2. What is today's day? It's August 31st. It's the Sunday. And it's also my grandmother's birthday. May she rest in peace. I love my grandmom. But with that being said, she is the key to what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about my grandmother. And yeah, so let's just get into it. First, I'm thirsty. Let me get some water. BRB. Okay, so where was I? We were talking about my grandma. Okay. All right, so I was raised by my grandmother, right? And she's a she was a very strong woman, like, I don't think I rarely seen her rest. She was always doing something. She was either at work. She worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken on 52nd and Market Street in Philadelphia, right? So she was either at work, or she was cooking, or she was cleaning the house, or she was washing our clothes. She was raising all of her grandchildren, and even some of her children was still living with her in the home. And I just feel like watching her every day was just tiresome. Just watching her made you tired, right? But it taught me that, and kind of instilled in me, that the only way to have success was to work hard, harder, just work harder, just do all the things, just work as hard as you can, right? And that kind of stuck with me. And as I got older and, done with high school, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be the first to go to college, first to go after my master's degree. Like, I got to do all the things, right? I got to work hard. And what I'm realizing now is that it's difficult with trying to transition my brain from that work hard aspect to now working smarter. I am now understanding that while working hard is a good thing, to have that instilled in you and to have that work ethic. But the times have shifted. And now it's about working smarter, not necessarily harder, right? It's about building like passive income outlets and using social media and your cell phone as a tool to do all the things, to have some sort of income, to have a brand, to have money coming in while you are sleeping. And that is difficult for me. I don't know whether it's difficult for you as well, but I think most of us in our 40s are from a generation where we are designed and it was instilled in us to work harder. The harder you work, the more success that you will have. But then we went and we did that. Now that we are seeing that for some of us, the outcome, the receipt of that isn't what it, it's not giving what we thought it was going to give. We done went to college several times, right? Got multiple degrees, master's, PhD, and we're like, why are we not successfully where we want to be? Some of that could, I guess you could attest that to maybe choosing the wrong major. I don't know. But a lot of it is that now the times have shifted and it's a different culture now. Now it's just about working smarter. And it's been difficult as a woman in her 40s to kind of navigate that outlet and to kind of see it as, it's something that I kind of looked down on at first, like making money off of my cell phone, like, that's not working hard. That's not hard work. Get a real job, get a real job. That's what was instilled in us. That's what we know, And so I think watching my grandmother go through her day to day, where it was just work on top of work on top of work, really instilled in me that was the life that I was meant to live. That's how it's supposed to be for me. But then I look back and I'm like, no, we have to change that narrative to understand that, first of all, the times are different, right? And what used to be working hard and working harder is just not paying off the way that it, like my grandmother was able to own her own home and paid all the bills and still had little money left over to do her little traveling, her little shows that she used to do with her friends, her little oldies nights. We're not able to do that. It's like the way that we are set up right now is like we are holding on to what we can to even just pay our bills. Like we're not homeowners, we're renting, and it's just like that hard work doesn't look the same now. It doesn't look the same. So what do? How do we shift that narrative, shift that mindset to now understand that we need to start stepping into the outlets that our younger generations are navigating like this, like they're doing it with their eyes closed, because this is the generation that they were brought into. And so how do we plant ourselves in that? How do we get to that access point where we can understand that it's now about working smarter and not necessarily really harder, smarter? I think we have to start with, first of all, letting go of our ego. We have this, women, the 40s generation, we were just raised differently. We are cut from a different cloth, right? So we have this way about us that is just like, I'm up here and I don't think you can handle, like, most of the younger generation, if they would have grown up in the generation that we were raised in, they wouldn't have made it. Let's just be honest. They wouldn't have survived. Like a lot of times we were raising ourselves. And so I think the first step is to let go of the ego, let go of feeling like we got everything under control, because we don't. Okay. I think we need to release control a little bit, right? And then open accounts. Get yourself an Instagram account. Get yourself a TikTok account and surf for a little bit. Don't spend too much time surfing. Just a little bit to figure out where is your interest at. I'm not going to say niche, because I feel like, especially with TikTok, there is no such thing as a niche anymore. People are just posting what they want to post whenever they want to post it, and making money, making more than I'm making in a year from one post. So I would say not necessarily a niche, but figure out what your interests are. And I would say just start putting yourself out there. If you have a phobia of being on camera, like myself, I do. And I don't know if you can tell, but I am very, very camera shy, which is why I am pushing myself to film my season 2, episode 1 podcast from in video format, because I know this is where my weakness lies. I'm forcing myself to do it. I would say we have to start putting ourselves out there. Okay. Number one, us women in our 40s, we look amazing. Okay. Even if you just want to focus on skincare or what our routine is, we look great. We have this aura about us that's just like, yeah, you can tell that we're no longer young, but we have the wisdom and some years with us, and we're seasoned. I just feel like in your 40s, we're giving Audrey Hepburn, okay? We're giving old Hollywood. We're giving glam. And we need to share it. You know, we need to stop gatekeeping, because that's basically what we're doing, and share. We need to share it. I mean, I think the main reason that we don't is because we correlated with not working hard. We correlated with it's not hard work. What is it? Correlate the two. We can't say because we're making money from our phones and because we're on Instagram trying to get our Instagram paychecks or our YouTube money coming in. We can't correlate that with, well, no longer we can correlate that with not working hard. It's a part of work, period. It's just a part of a transition, a change where we can eventually see some passive income come in. And hold on to your main job. I'm not telling you to quit. Hold on to your day job. Keep that. But let's just step into the times a little bit and not be so closed off. We're very closed off, myself included, very closed off, very to ourselves. And just, if we want to see some sort of success, some sort of passive income coming in, we got to do some things different. We got to shake it up a little bit. We have to make some changes. We have to put ourselves out there. We have to stop hiding and start living our lives and sharing that with the masses, to start seeing some income coming in that is not necessarily from our 9 to 5. And like I said, keep your 9 to 5. Don't get rid of that, girl. We need that. But it's time to really show off. It's time to show off and show out. And what better time to do that than now? It's nothing like the present. So I challenge you. I challenge you just as much as I challenge myself to take this opportunity to open up an account. I don't care where it is. It could be Instagram. It could be YouTube. It could be anything. Open up an account and share. Whatever it is. You're a great mom. You, I don't know, pack the best lunches. You have a morning routine that is just a killer. Like, you know, you can get all the kids out the door, husband and everybody included, up and running and going. Just share something, okay? And we are doing this together. I've been saying this since season 1. We're doing this together, but we just have to get comfortable with sharing ourselves, our lives, and putting ourselves, we have to have some passive income, girl. And it is no longer about just working hard. It's not. It's about working smarter. It's about making sure that you have a healthy balance so that you can still be that great mom. I will never take away the work ethic that my grandmother instilled in me. I will never discredit all the hard work that I watched her day in and day out put in. I understand that times are different now. We have to understand that times are different now. And there's a better way to do it. There's a better way to do it. And if you still feel like I said, if you still feel like getting down with the social media is just not something that you could get on board with, there are so many ways to do it. Like a faceless page, Google that, okay? Because that's making people money as well. If you can create an account that's completely faceless, no one needs to know that it's you, okay? You're just going in and you are, you could do quotes or memes, or, you know, it could be anything. But there is a such thing as a faceless account, okay? And yeah, I wanted to touch on that. I wanted to speak on the fact that it's not just you, right? It's pretty much all of us. The generation from the 80s, we're just like, no, it's about working hard. And yeah, times are just different. It's like we can work as hard as we want to, and it's just not adding up anymore. It's not giving us that homeowner white picket fence that it used to give. And so now we got to change it. We got to change it up, and we got to shake some things up, and we got to use a little bit of that work ethic that was given to us from our previous predecessors, our ancestors, right? And the generation that came before us. And then we also got to pick it a little bit from the generations that came after us. And I feel like combining that is just a powerhouse. Okay, it's given perfect. It's given a great balance of the two, right? And so yeah, I am so happy that you are with me. You could be anywhere else on this Sunday, but you are here with me, and I appreciate that. This is season 2. This is going to be better than season 1, okay? We are going up. We are moving up. We're going up and upward and onward, okay? I'm so glad to be back. If you can't tell by the smile, I just can't stop smiling. I'm so happy to be back. And I will see you next Sunday, right? Like, we're in season 2. Like, I want to cry. But anyways, because y'all know from season 1, if you listen to season 1, you know I am a cry baby. Like, that's all I'll do. But anyways, I'm excited. Okay, so I was getting too excited. I was about to head on out, and then I totally forgot. Please, if you end up creating a page, let me know. Okay, send me the link. I will follow. I want us to follow each other. Girl, I am trying to build a community. Okay, I want to build a tribe, and y'all know about the napkin theory. I'll talk about that next Sunday, but that's what I'm trying to do, the napkin theory, okay? If you don't know what the napkin theory is, let me know. I will talk about that next Sunday, but that's what I'm aiming for. And yeah, here's to working smarter and not necessarily harder, okay? Here's to passive income, money coming in while we're sleeping, okay? Like that's where I'm trying to go. That's where I want us to go. And so yeah, let's do this together. Thank you again for being on this journey with me. Welcome to season 2 of 40 something and nothing. And I will see you next Sunday.